Last week, while going to pick up my son from school, I noticed that it was recycling day. Looking down my block, I could see that the recycling bins on the side of the street, waiting to be emptied, were sparse. After a quick count up and down the block, I found that there were only 6 houses out of 20 that had recycling bins out. I began to realize that this is a problem. More people need to recycle, even if it's not much. It's a small step to helping out the planet. I wondered what it would take to get more people to recycle. But first, we must address why this is a problem and how we can benefit from improving it. By failing to recycle, we're putting our world at risk. Wildlife is endangered by trash that gets out of landfills and makes its way into forests, rivers, lakes, and oceans. Forests are dwindling due to trees being chopped down to be made into paper. For every 1 person to use paper for a year, 2 pine trees are chopped down. By not recycling, we are wasting energy. For every 1 ton of glass recycled, 1 ton of resources used to make it is saved. It takes 390 gallons of oil It takes 390 gallons of oil to make 1 ton of paper. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, only about 34.1 Americans recycle. In Copperas Cove, that number gets even lower. According to Sylvia Rhodes, the director of the Keep Copperas Cove Beautiful initiative, household participation in recycling for Copperas Cove is only 25%. There are many benefits from recycling, and a few of them are: recycling protects and expands U.S. manufacturing jobs and increases U.S. competitiveness. Recycling reduces the need for landfilling and incineration. Recycling prevents pollution caused by the manufacturing of products from virgin materials. Recycling is not only good for our environment, it can also help the city and the U.S. save money. According to the City of Copperas Cove website, the city spent over $900,000 to use the landfill from 2007 to 2008. While the cost to recycle could have reduced that amount by 29%. These savings for the city could also lead to savings for us. Since the city would be paying out less money, we should see a reduction in our fees for garbage pickup.
Nope.
After thinking about what could be done to get more people to recycle, I came up with a simple idea for my neighborhood that could also be converted for usage on a larger scale if successful. My idea is a recycle lottery. On our block's designated recycling days, either myself or a volunteer would go up and down the block and notate the addresses which have the recycle bins out ready to be emptied. Then they would be entered into the lottery. Since there are normally 2 recycling days a month, each address will have the opportunity to be entered twice. Once a month, there will be a drawing for a gift card. In order to get this started, there will have to be local advertising. We want the neighborhood to be aware of what we're looking to do. We want to get them excited, and we want to gain their interest as well as their support. In order to effectively advertise this project, a few supplies will be required: paper, poster board, printer ink, markers, and most importantly, the gift card. To make this as successful as possible, there will need to be volunteers to contribute either time or a few dollars to go toward supplies. These donations could come from those who live in the neighborhood, or possibly the city if they like the idea and would like to contribute. The bottom line is, in order to ensure a clean environment for the generations that will come after us, we must do everything we can to maintain the world that we live in today. We can take a step toward achieving this by improving our recycling habits, one small step at a time, beginning with our local community.